Alright, the next match which is going to kick off WWE Payback is going to be Neville going up against King Bad News Barrett. I'm not sure if Bad News has been tossed in the trash and it's now just King Barrett, but I thought that the Bad News, it had a time, it had a place, but I thought the Bad News had really outstayed his welcome with Barrett tonight, and I like it that they're going in a different direction. I can't wait till there's a day when he just goes back to being Wade Barrett. I've always thought that this guy, had all of the uprising coming his way. I thought that he was really going to be a big star in WWE. If you think about what happened with the Nexus, and then once he lost control of the Nexus, and then he was, shipped over to SmackDown and immediately started another group named the Core, I thought they were really going to get behind him. But you can really think that right then is when it really just started to drag out. He became a guy that won one week, lost another. He's held the Intercontinental Championship, I think, like 5 times. He lost his last one due to injury. And who knows what would have happened. I mean, if he would have gone through with the plans at Extreme Rules, I think that they had plans for Barrett to beat Bryan and get that championship back. I'm not 100% sure, because it doesn't really make sense how, out of the middle of nowhere, during Extreme Rules, they call out, hey, we're going to have a King of the Ring tournament on Tuesday. And, Barrett ends up being the guy to go on and win it. I think that they probably thought this guy would be wearing the Intercontinental Championship right now. And this would probably be the best way to go through with it. But Barrett versus Neville have built themselves up a pretty good little rivalry ever since Neville's debut in WWE. Of course, if you go back to Extreme Rules, it was Neville filling in for Daniel Bryan to give Wade Barrett a match. They ended up moving the match to the pre-show since there was no real build to it. But Neville, it came in at full steam, beating a lot of guys, having a lot of good matches on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. It seems that they're giving this guy a lot of TV exposure right now, because they're really trying to get this guy over. He was the NXT champion. He had a good long reign. He had a lot of good matches. He had a lot of good feuds, and was the guy that they were really building on to bring a bright future. I'll always remember that when Neville debuted at the Raw after WrestleMania, one of my friends that I work with, Archie, that came with me on the trip, he went to WrestleMania and Raw with us. I leaned over and I pointed and I see that guy right there, Neville, do you know who he is? And he said, yeah, because he had just got the network and he'd been watching NXT. I said, that guy right there, my friends right here, Ravi and Miguel, have honestly been telling me about Neville for probably at least the last 5 years. I've heard about this guy as wrestling as Pac. I honestly can say that I only went on my way to watch him wrestle a couple of matches, but you can tell this guy has a lot of talent and he's going to be really, really good. He's a part of that, NXT group of guys that's really supposed to change the business and be the future of the WWE. And I can tell every time he goes out there, this guy's going to have a great match. Wade Barrett, I'm not giving up on this guy, but I can tell that this guy's gonna have a great career as well. You go back to the King of the Ring. It looked like Neville was gonna be able to win that match, and out of the middle of nowhere, Wade Barrett was able to hit him with that bullhammer elbow. That Wade Barrett didn't want to lose to Neville again twice in a row after losing to him on the Extreme Rules pre-show. And since then, they've been sort of linking up with Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. We've seen these guys involved in some tag teams, pretty much Ziggler and Neville being called the underdogs, going up against Sheamus and Barrett. It's been the SmackDown feud that's been going on right now. But in this match, honestly, I'm going to pick Neville to get the win again. I think that they're just sort of going with 50-50 back and forth booking right now. Neville got the win at Extreme Rules. Barrett got the win, the King of the Ring. I think that I think that Neville is going to be able to pick up the win here. It's not like the King gimmick is actually going to be chaining places back and forth. It's not like it was really back in the 80s. And if you beat the guy, you actually get to become the king of the WWE. I think that the gimmick is going to be sticking with Barrett until they have something else, or they just get sick and tired of it, or maybe they lose the scepter or the robe or something like that. We'll have to see what goes down, but this should be a good match. I got faith in both of these guys, and we'll see what happens in this one.